morning. We are live from Yahoo Beauty with the founder and CEO of Boom by Cindy Joseph. Cindy Joseph.
Boom. Hi.
Model, makeup artist, and creator of the line Boom, which many of you are probably familiar with. So I think we're going to do a little bit of a tutorial.
Sure.
Correct? Okay, but before we do that, can you tell us and our audience a little bit about your inspiration behind developing the line and just the philosophy behind it?
Absolutely. The philosophy is you are perfect just the way you are, and whatever age you are, whatever size, whatever shape, whatever texture, and whatever color. And makeup is for fun. Because what truly makes a woman attractive is how much she's enjoying herself. And you can see it in everybody else, but when we look in the mirror, it's really hard to be objective. So I designed a line of cosmetics, and calling it a line might be a little bit of a misnomer because it's all about paring down and keeping it simple.
We love that. I love that,
right?
personally.
I mean,
Yes.
we've all taken our lipstick now and again and thrown it on our cheeks real quick to race out because we didn't have our makeup bag. Well, you can have an entire makeup bag of cosmetics with just 3 little boomsticks.
Amazing. What do we have in there?
And I love questions. I love hearing from you guys. So if you want to talk and write in or however this live thing works, please do.
Yes.
So 1 stick is for color.
There you go.
Boomstick color. Now the big challenge is for you to know that 1 color fits all. Okay,
So there's not a
open it
range
up.
of tones, it's just one.
And this looks really dark, but it's sheer. And it's sheer enough for your skin tone to come through and customize the color just for you. So if you are porcelain or chocolate or anything in between, this color is for you.
Amazing. So,
And you can watch it right here.
all right, let's see.
Now, this is the thing to know. This isn't a blush like an accessory to your wardrobe. If you're wearing pink, if you're wearing purples, if you're wearing oranges, it's not about matching your outfit. This is about having your circulation look like it looks when it's revved up. So after you've been dancing, laughing, working out, making out, your complexion revs up with color. So this recreates that. So this is really the look of a happy woman.
All right.
Now
Make
watch
me
how
happy.
quickly this goes on. So she looks gorgeous. She's perfect. And she just wants to add a little pop, look a little polished, look a little dressed up. This is what we're going to do. Little color here, little color here, a little across the forehead because we often get color there when our circulation is revved up.
Right on the cheekbone you want?
Right on the cheek, right? Okay, and kissy face, a little on the lips. Okay, that took all of 15 seconds. Now we're going to just blend this in so we don't see the edges. Blend it in here. You can put it a little on your neck, and voila.
Amazing.
Look at the camera, smile, say hi.
Hi.
Now,
What's particular about this formulation that makes it able to be used everywhere like that?
oh, that's a secret. That's between me and my chemist. Well, I did makeup for 27 years, and I was making up, models and actors and actresses, etc. Let's do a little more of this. Now, she could have done this by herself without a mirror, right? Because it's very forgiving. Just pop it on. You don't have to use a lip liner. The whole idea is a very honest, kind of realistic approach to makeup and making yourself up with fake eyelashes and eyeliner and all that is a blast. I'm not saying no to that. But if you just want to look put together and look like you look when you're happy, you can do it with this.
What do you use personally? Like, what is your go-to when you leave the house?
This.
This, okay. A little mascara?
Well, I wore mascara because I knew it was going to be on camera. But yeah, no, I rarely wear makeup at all.
Okay.
But the beginning is healthy skin,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
So your skin may moisturize itself naturally, which is how we're designed to work. But with weather, pollution, maybe not the best diet, going through some changes, if your skin isn't moisturizing itself, it's good to have a good moisturizer.
Right.
And women are sold that they need about 12 moisturizers, right? You've got to have a very good eye cream, only for your eyes.
Right.
And that's about $250 a pop, right? And then you need a good face cream.
Morning and night.
Well, then, yes, exactly.
Right.
And then you need a hand cream. And then you need a body lotion. And don't forget the elbows and heels. And then you need a cuticle cream. And don't forget a lip moisturizer.
Okay. And
Well,
so this
guess what? If you go to those companies and you look at their jars, every single one of them have the same ingredients. Now, a little bit of a texture change is helpful. We make our moisturizer, which is one moisturizer, one body, from head to toe. This is all you need. You put it on your cuticles, you put it on your lips, you put it around your eyes, you put it everywhere. You can even put it on your baby. This is edible. This is 100% organic.
What's mainly in this? Can we look at
This
the
is
ingredients?
everything from the beehive. Here, take the jar.
Okay.
Mixed with olive oil and water.
Wow.
And that's it. You can make it at home, but it's easier for me to make it for you.
Easier to just get it.
So that is Boom Silk. This is
Oh,
like
that's
the trio and the Boom Silk are really what Boom is all about. So guess what? One of the Boom Sticks is Boom Silk in a stick.
Oh, great.
And we did that just for the convenience of
Oh,
it.
it's a very light, barely any texture.
Right.
Really natural.
So this is exactly the same thing, a little more beeswax and a little less water. Now this will change color from jar to jar because the bees collect pollen at different seasons, different times of the year. So sometimes this is a little greener, sometimes a little more yellow. And then this you can also use to moisturize your face, your cuticles, et cetera, when
Great
you're
for
on
just
the go.
carrying. Right.
Exactly.
Okay.
So look up for me. And we'll just put a little under your eyes and you can get a sense of what it feels like. And we just get it rolling here. Whoops. Got a little chunk there.
That's
Sorry
right.
about that. Okay.
It feels good.
Yeah. Here, you play with it.
Yeah, you barely need to press. It's nice.
Yeah. And if you want to try to add this color, just to,
Underneath?
just to show them, you can. No, on your cheeks, on your cheeks.
Sorry.
Just a little bit. Oh, I thought she
Using
was
the
going to do
mirror.
it without the.
Okay. I can feel
We're
it.
so
It goes.
used to doing
There we
that, right?
Yeah, I know.
I love it.
I do.
Beautiful. Yeah, I don't know if everybody
Great.
can see the
I love
difference
this all in
in
one.
this particular situation.
Amazing how sheer it is.
So the other boomstick we have, there are 3 of them. So moisture, color, and this I call the bling of the boomstick trio.
Okay, great.
And this is really fun. This is not frosted. It's a little pearlescent. And we've all seen those gorgeous photographs or covers where the woman has the sheen on her cheekbone and her brow bone. Well, you do that with boomstick glimmer. And I'm just going to put it on one side of your face so you can kind of see the difference. You can also put it on your décolleté, your shoulders, your collarbone in the summer.
Love that.
When you're going to a party, you can put it on your bone here.
Feels very light, and there's not an overwhelming
There you
scent at
go.
all, which I love.
Yeah, everything's unscented.
Can we see all 3 of them together?
Absolutely.
So here's the difference.
Moisture, color,
Color.
and bling.
Bling.
Let's
Glow.
point them out. So,
Okay, this is
Moist-
color,
okay.
this is moisture, and that's the bling.
So bling is like a highlighter.
Yeah, boomstick glimmer. I think maybe I should change the name to bling. Boom bling.
So
right?
some viewers want to know where they can get the boomsticks.
Oh,
Question.
yes, I like that question. You can Google Boom, you can Google Cindy Joseph, or you can go to boombycindijoseph.com. And remember, watch the demo videos. These boomsticks are so simple and easy to use, they need an explanation. And once you get used to it, you'll be doing it to your girlfriends, your daughters, your grandmothers, everybody. It's the first pro-age cosmetic line, and I really wanted to stress that because all of us, from age 2 to age 90, are told that age is bad.
And this is coming from a woman. You started your modeling career at 50, correct?
Started at 50. I'm 65 now. It's still going.
Now,
And I'm still alive. And I still
More
feel
than
and
alive.
think. And
how was it for you to start modeling at such an older age? I think I heard you talk about this a bit before. You'd kind of stopped caring, not being so worried about what other people think. I think that's a benefit of getting older. How did that help you?
Absolutely. If I had been asked to model when I was 15 or 23, I don't think I would have felt comfortable in front of the camera because that critical, oh, am I too fat? Am I too this? Is everything okay?
Mm-hmm.
And at 49, I was like, really? You want to take a picture of me? Okay, knock your socks off. And I just relaxed. I had fun. And I remember one day I was in the studio and I was thinking, okay, she's a makeup artist, he's the hairdresser, photographer. What's my job here? Not just showing pockets and collars. My job is to feel good.
That's amazing.
I thought I've got the best job of the world. I'm being paid to feel good. Because if you don't feel good, you're not going to look good. It doesn't matter if you have the perfect makeup, the perfect hair, the perfect clothes.
Sure.
But if you're feeling good, that's where the juice is.
So just for some viewers who might have come in a little later, Adri wants to know what the boomsticks do. So if you can quickly let her know.
Good. Boomstick color adds color to all the places you naturally get color when your circulation is revved up. Cheeks, lips, eyes, forehead, neck, so you're blushed and healthy looking.
Okay, let's see it quickly for
And
her.
it's
One
also,
shade for everyone, which is amazing.
One shade, and it's moist because skin is alive. You don't want to powder it and deaden it and flatten it. Keep it alive. So keep moisture in your makeup. The other is Boom Stick Glow. This is a moisturizer in a stick. So we have a moisturizer in a tub, and we have here we are.
I'll show it.
Moisturizer in a stick. Throw it in your bag, carry it on the airplane, moisturize your knees, your shoulders, your face, your lips, your cuticles, anytime you need to. And the other boomstick is Boomstick Glimmer. This adds radiance, glimmer, without being frosted or fake looking. It's just lightly pearlescent, and it's sheer, so your skin tone comes through and customizes it for you. Watch the demo videos on the website, boombycindyjoseph.com. And if you feel this moisturizer is too heavy for your face, my customers begged me to make something with less shine. So we love shine, we love doing this, but we don't like greasiness. You can also get Boom Cotton. Boom Cotton is a different formula, and it stays more matte on the face.
Can we see both of them together and then maybe
Yes.
on Beth's hand so we can see the texture difference?
Thank you, Beth, for asking. So this has little pearls of moisture, and when it hits your skin, they melt and
Let's
put the
see it
moisturizer
on.
in. Well, yeah, that's a good idea. The thing is when you first put it on, it's going to be shiny. But I promise
This
you,
one's
Boom
wetter.
Silk
This
is
if it's just
full
firmer to the
denser.
touch.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Requires
Cool.
more pressure.
And then for those of you who want to continue caring for your body, in other words, all of these products are safe. They're lipstick formulas, they're designed to be ingestible, they're organic. You can read about each one, you can look up the ingredients. So after hearing from many women, pre- and post-menopausal, for a sensual lubricant, we designed Boom Touch. And Boom Touch is Boom Silk with no honey in it, because you don't want to put anything with sugar in it in your private parts for fear of yeast infections. So this is another good sign. Do you see the pooling of the oil there?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that means there are no emulsifiers, no binders, nothing to keep the ingredients from separating. These are all made by hand in small batches. And this is Boom Touch. No honey, olive oil, propolis, beeswax.
Well, that's a nice surprise.
Boom Touch, sensual lubricant.
I have a final question for you, which
Okay.
is, to what do you credit your amazing attitude toward aging? Because it's not, unfortunately, the most common attitude.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's just so happy and healthy. And
Thank you.
I mean, was your mom an influence? Where did this come from?
I think that it's a whole life. It's a whole life, but when I started getting silver when I was very young, but just in a little patch.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time I was 35, I had this cool kind of stripe, and I was still very young in my face and my body, so people would come up and they would say, like, wow, that's cool, do you do that, or whatever. So it was kind of
cool
fun.
at first.
Well, by the time I hit 43, it had grown in all around my face. And I remember one day looking in the mirror going, I'm not ready for this.
Yeah.
And I went and got a bottle of dye, and I dyed my hair.
Okay.
And I did that for 6 years. My kids were like, Mom. And my boyfriend at the time, who was much younger than me, was like, I love your silver hair. Why are you covering it? And I was like, just leave me alone. I got to do this.
Yeah.
And then I met a group of women who were celebrating their lives and their ages. And they were talking about how life gets better. That we've been sold this concept that as you age, you get worse. You somehow become a lesser version of your previous self. We're also sold this idea that there's a prime of life, that there's this peak,
Absolutely.
and that it's around 30 years old. Well, that means the biggest percentage of your life, if you live to be the average lifespan, is downhill. It's insane. It is unsustainable.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just not true. And I think we all know it deep down because we look at each other, we're looking forward to our future. And if you think that life gets worse or you get worse after 30, you're doomed. There's nowhere to go from there.
It's really depressing.
So I just turned my head around. I looked at that bottle of dye. I threw it away. I let my hair grow out. My hair was about to here.
Mm-hmm.
And the day, and I promise you this is not a fake thing, the day I cut off the last bit of dye, I was approached on the street by a casting agent and asked to model for a worldwide campaign for Dolce & Gabbana.
Amazing.
It was like
The
saying,
day you
"What?"
let yourself come through.
And I just said, thank you, universe, for acknowledging me for doing this really scary thing.
Yeah.
I get letters every day from women that are like, oh, but your silver hair is pretty, and and it's like, you cannot tell by 2 inches what your hair is going to look like. You've got to grow it all the way out if you want to try it. And if you don't, I'm like, right on, girlfriend. You do what you need to do to feel good about yourself.
Absolutely.
But if you want to go natural, that's one way to do it.
I think it's a perfect place to end.
Okay, great.
Thank you so much,
Yay.
everyone. Boom by Cindy Joseph.
Bye.